So Tipsy Thursday, I wanted to go over websites and how you can customize them, show you guys some really great examples of ones that we've already customized, and then let you know all the cool features that are available within the new website. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Share. Can everybody see my screen okay?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna start from the beginning. So this is Tara Wagner's page that we did for her. She's in our ribbon office. She had a really great custom photo that we were able to use for the backdrop. And if we scroll down, we were able to add her bio and then even her logo here. If I were signed in, I could see my favorite recent favorites for properties or any saved searches that I could right from the homepage. If I wanted to go look for homes for sale and start a search, I would just click on here. Her and her husband also do some ag. So then we did land for sale as well for her. Below here, we have our market watch, our home valuation, which is buy side, and then a contact option. And then another template that we did was for Candace Terry. This one is a lot more like homey. And so what I really try to do is kind of fit the website to fit your personality and your style, right? To make it fit your custom branding. So that's what we did with Candace. You can see like her color palette's the same. And then here we have her logo on there. And then we have a review for her. At the bottom, she was also entered her social media, so you guys can do this in your profile. So if you go here, it'll redirect you to her Facebook, and you can add Instagram and any other social media that you have on here. Okay, and then another template that we have is for Michelle Riglick that I recently did. I think this one has to be one of my favorite templates to work with, and there's so many that I've done, and they all look different because of just like their personality and styles. So we have a quote up here at the top, nice custom or nice stock image in the background. And then here we'll show all your featured listings. And then if you don't have any listings at the moment, what it'll do, it'll pull PMZ listings and it'll have those filled on there. And then we have a review on there that we've added. And then we have three call to action options here, which we have the market watch, my PMZ, and then the home valuation, which is buy side again. Underneath here, we have her a little bit of a like about me section. We have her headshot, a short little bio, and then we have direct links to give her a call or contact her through the site. Okay. This is one that we customized for Laura Katrina. If you guys know her, she's all about her dogs. So I think that's something that I would do if I had my Frenchies. I would just have all my Frenchies up here. But we customize that, so it just gives her, gives it more of a personal touch again. So we have the 3 call to action items, a little about section here. We have her listings. So if you hover over them, it gives you more information about those listings. And then we have a second photo of her and her boyfriend. And then we have a testimonial here at the bottom. Any questions so far? No. Is anybody excited to like customize your websites, or am I the only one that geeks out over this?
No, I need help with mine for sure.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite things to do because there's so many different options available to us.
To do this, Alondra, do we have to come in with you, or is this something you can do and we can just kind of work together over the computer?
Yeah, so it's something that we'll work together via the ticketing system, and I'll get into it as soon as I show you guys different options. And it's honestly super simple on your end. You just kind of have to point me in the right direction, and then we can go back and forth through that. Okay. So this is another one that we've did for, this is a team page that we did for Team Spencer. So here we have a background image, and then there's kind of like a slideshow that shows different types of properties. If we scroll down here, we have a couple more call to action buttons. So we have an about page, the home valuation page, a testimonial section. And then we've also did a market watch. We just added a social media link on here as well. And then a link to the My PMZ to create like their safe, like a portal to save their properties and searches. Here's kind of similar. We have their logo here, their small bio, all their credentials here, a way to contact them via phone and then email as well. So this is another customized one that we did for the Fritz team and Joyce. So if you can see, we have a video background. So some templates do support video, which is awesome. So we have that looping in the background at all times. We've added the call to action buttons, a little blurb about the team. And then she really wanted pages built out for each community that she's working with. So we have like a Modesto, Oakdale, Turlock. So if we were to click on one of these, it'll have that page that we built out specifically for Modesto, and it has all about Modesto. And then it goes into a search field for all the listings in Modesto. So we did that for each individual ones. PMZ already has these pages built into there, so we could link them up to your site as well. This is a different template that we did for Matthew, and you'll see like one of the cool things about his site, it has the social media links right up here. And one of the cool things about these pages too is that they're responsive as far as like different tablet sizes. So if you'll see, this is like a general website, but then if we scroll this down, it probably will look a little funky because I'm not on a cell phone, but it'll have this reformatted for a cell phone. We have the action items here, a bio, and then here it goes into listings. So now those are the like home pages for each of these sites. Now within your PMZ website, you'll also have an about me page. And like I mentioned, we created the community pages for the Joyce teams, but we can also create different types of pages depending on what kind of information you want to put out there. So these are different about pages that we've also customized. So this is for Daniel. We've added a couple of their logos, some widgets here. We've embedded a couple YouTube videos on there as well. We've also have the Zillow reviews. So if you did want to import your reviews from Zillow, they'll be here. And then I'll go into some reviews a little bit later. Then we have some more videos, and then a couple call to actions. And then that is where below that's where all your listings will live. So all your actives and then all your solds. And then this is another one that we did for Joyce. Again, we've embedded video, we've added the Zillow reviews, we've added different photos and images and her awards on there as well. This is what, like when the roster will show up if someone's on pmz.com and they're wanting to, they search for you, it will have your photo, you're a little bit like your 2 lines of like your bio. So another cool thing that they have is like just ways to contact you, and these are all links. So I would encourage you guys to go into your CRM, and under the profile you're able to enter your social media links on there so that people can find you and follow you. If you don't know how to do that, you can also just send me an email with a link to your profile and I will add those for you as well. So as far as testimonials go, I know I feel like everybody's trying to move away from Zillow just because of things that they've been doing. So, and another great thing about doing a testimonial page like the one that we did for Cliff is that they come to your website and we're not taking them out of your website and leading them to Zillow where they can find, other real estate agents. So we could also just build a testimonial page for you, right? Built into your website. This is one that we've done for Cliff. Here, there are some different widgets that you can pay for and have those. Like if you have your reviews through Google, we can set it up so that we can have those Google reviews come through your website. That is at an additional cost if you wanted to do it through a third party person or third party company, but I can help you with a couple recommendations as well. This is one that we've done for Team Spencer. We've kind of made it to look like the same layout as Zillow. So we've just imported that information again. That way we don't have to send them out to a third party website. And then this is a testimonial page for Jackie Tedmarsh. And we can customize this with as many information as you like. And we can, obviously color, style, all that branding can be specific to you. Do you guys have any questions as far as websites go?
No.
No? Okay. So as far as getting these, getting started and placing your order for them, you'll want to head over to PMZ Plus. And from the PMZ Plus page, you'll click on Marketing Center here, and then click on Marketing and Printing Services. And then from here, you'll want to click on Web Page Designs. So we'll have different templates already on here that you guys can look it through. Most of them are the ones that I've showed you today, and I'll be adding more in the weeks to come. So it gives you a good idea of what that looks like. So if we were going to pick this one, we would have a background image for the top, which is called the hero section. And then we have the 3 call to action custom photos here. So essentially we can pick 4 different photos. And I usually like to have the same theme, match the hero and the call to action buttons on there. And to find those, you'll want to go over to shutterstock.com. And when you're on here, you're going to want to search for homes. I usually do like interior design, and then just find something that matches your style and your branding. So if I was doing more of like a neutral with like touches of green, I could go with this image. And I would just need you guys to copy this stock ID number at the bottom here, where it says item ID. So you'll want to copy that and then take it to PMZ Plus, and under the order details, just paste it there so that I know that's the image you want to use. If you guys have a hard time picking, or if you guys just want to give me that image and say, you know what, find something else that fits on the bottom 3, I'm more than happy to do that for you guys, and we can brainstorm too as far as what the additional photos can look like. So do you guys have questions as far as that goes?
Well, I mean, if you guys watched our last 2 ones where we talked about getting people to your website through buy side and home valuation reports, having your website look moderately pretty is going to help cement these clients for life, is really what our goal here is. Yeah. And I just got a message in the chat saying if these, what the cost was associated to this. Guys, this is absolutely free. There is no charge to do this. You can bring Alondra whichever coffee she would like whenever you see her, because she does so much for us. I think she would accept that, but not necessary. Yeah. So like I said, this is one of my favorite things to do for you guys, because that's like the one thing when we switched over to the CRM, when I saw the types of web pages that we can build out and design, that's where I was sold. And, Ben can back me up on that, because I really pushed for it, because these are websites that belong in, 2022. They are modern looking, they are customizable. So I'm all about them.
Do you do customizing yourself, Alondra, or we just copy that link and send it to you and then you'll do it for us?
Sorry, what was that?
So we just copy the link on the Shutterstock and you'll customize it for us?
Yeah.
The ID number of
Yeah.
the picture you want.
So you'll
Okay.
want to go to Shutterstock and then just copy this ID number underneath here.
Where you're, yeah, that one.
You can also,
When you scroll, it's a little slow, Alondra.
Oh,
Do you see the
sorry.
ID above the black writing right there, Christy?
Yeah,
That's what she's highlighting.
okay.
so you
um,
can either send me this or send me a link to the image.
Yeah, the ID code's actually in the URL if you can't find it on the page.
Yeah, the reason why is PMZ already pays for the subscription to this. So if you wanted to download it on your own, there's going to be a fee associated to it. There's no need for that. Just send me an email, just send me that link or stock ID number and we can get that done for you.
Okay.
So as you're thinking about these, there's obviously a lot that goes into like just having a customized website versus like a generic one. I would say at the bare minimum, let's get that customized to your style, your branding. But I would also, and once that's said and done, we can talk about different ways to customize that for you. So like Tara, she invested in having that photographer come into like one of her listings and have that photo staged. Which gives it that much personal touch. Other things that we can do to have your website completely like stand out is work on your bio. As far as, so it should really be a representation of who you are. And I always say, like, if you have really great custom, like, or family images, those are really great to include on here if that's something that you feel comfortable showing. So I know in the past, I can't think of any at the top of my head. We've had like, the background images with like families. If that's like something that you want to like market yourself like as a family person.
So I have a question again, sorry.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do something personable like this one, you wouldn't need to go to the Shutterstock. You just provide you a picture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So another team, I know some teams that they've done is instead of using a generic stock image, they will take a photo of a listing that they've had with the permission of their clients, and they'll use that instead, which is really great. And another thing with Shutterstock that I really like them doing now is it'll tell you how popular this image is, right? Because there's some images on here that, let's go to houses, that are overused. So for example, like these two, I've seen probably 1,000 times already in different formats. So you'll see it has like a very high usage. So I would say keep an eye out for this. So you don't want something that's, it's out there like 100 different ways, if not more. So a great way to do that is to kind of narrow down the search. And then also, I think when you are searching, you can sort by popular. So you can do like fresh content. So it's something fresher, not something that's been overused. And then there's some different, like, you probably don't want any people on there. So I would definitely take some time to find like the perfect image. And then if we go back to the one I had also. So let's say this one, it's a little bit of high usage. It's not as popular as the other one I showed you. But another great thing that Shutterstock will do, it'll show you similar images. So we can probably go in here and it kind of starts giving you similar ones that you can use so that it's not just something that's overused and overrated. Does that make sense? Other things that we can do too for like those action items, we can just do like icons so that I think we did something for like Team Spencer. So instead of using stock images, we just use solid colors. So that's an option, or we can just do like an icon instead. Okay. Awesome. Is there anything that you guys were like, oh, I wish the website included this, or I wish that, or I wonder if this is a possibility? Because if you're thinking it, I'm sure somebody else is too. Nobody. We can also do like lead landing pages and lead pages. So we can build out a specific page so that if you want to run some sort of ad or information about a certain program or tool.
How do they go about that process? Because I think that's the most interesting part, is creating little micro sites to get a lot of leads.
That would be
so. Let me ask this question and tell me how hard it would be. And if we can't do this, then tell me right now. But if I were to run an ad to say there's 23 zip codes in Modesto, click here to see if yours is one of them, and they come to a spot with a heat map that we get from the BMA with all of the zip codes, like I give you that image, and we do our valuation, enter your address here. Is that possible?
Yeah, that's something that's definitely possible.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Please take advantage of that.
Yeah. There's also, so we can do custom pages like that where with lead generation, we can do, let's say you want to focus or highlight a community. We can do just specifically like a community page or different things that you are involved in with more information. We can also build it in there. Pretty much if you can think it, I'm pretty sure we can find a way to include it on here.
So how many of these little microsites can we have? So getting more specific on creating a valuation. Let's say I wanted to do just like River Heights neighborhood where I live. Could we have like a River Heights marquee if I get the photo to you that says River Heights home and says, enter your address to see a River Heights valuation?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, definitely. I would say, and then we can add them on here. So for example, we created the testimonial page for Team Spencer. We've added a testimonials there. As far as what you're asking for specific neighborhoods, that'll probably not get added on here, but it'll just be what we call a landing page.
Yeah, that's all I would want. I wouldn't want people to see my ads.
Yeah,
because I would make a bunch.
Exactly.
Hashtag just saying.
If it's something that we could also do, and I mean, depending on how much time and investment you want to put on here, if you were really active on social media and you really wanted to showcase your social media, there's tools out there that's where third-party companies come in, and there can be a cost associated to that, but we can add like a feed of your social medias, like your Instagram. We can add that feed to a page on your website too. Okay. So these are some of the templates that we have available. There's so many more on there, but depending on what you're looking for, I think these are just the standard ones, the ones that I definitely enjoy working with the most, because some of them, not all of them have all the features. For example, like this one doesn't have any of the like featured listings. So the listings are not all going to be on the homepage, and there's not a way for me to add that. So if that's important to you, then make sure that it has it on the homepage. So those, when you're browsing through templates, pay attention to what features are on there, because it's hard. Some of them I could take away and add some things. Some of them I can't, just depending on how they were built. Okay.
I love it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. Again, submit those tickets through PMC Plus. If you have any questions, we can also jump on a quick Zoom call for like 5 minutes, just so I get an idea of what you're looking for, and then we can go from there.
I'm already getting lost in Shutterstock.
No, I feel like that's always the hardest part for me, is finding the right image, because it's so important. So I expect to see so many requests for customizations for your website that I will probably regret this, but that's a good thing.
Never.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you guys back here in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Have a awesome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.